The United States Congress was back in session this week. The Republicans are back in control of the House of Representatives, but only just. With a small handful of seats still up for grabs, the party of Donald Trump has secured the 218 seats it needs to control the House. I spoke a short time ago with our Washington correspondent, Annelise Nielsen.
They've managed to secure a majority of 218 in the lower house, but that doesn't give Republicans much to work with. Nonetheless, they will have control of a number of the oversight committees, and that's going to be their key way to exert their influence in the next 2 years, especially leading up to the 2024 election. We've already seen Republicans announce that they will be looking into an investigation into Hunter Biden, specifically whether any taxpayer money was misappropriated in defending the president against claims of corruption. And so that's going to be a drawn-out issue. As you can imagine, we're also going to see changes to how they're investigating January 6th, because that was a key lower house committee. This has been a momentous week. It's called a lame duck session of Congress because the balance of power changes. They can't really do anything until the members are officially sworn in at the beginning of next year. But we have seen moves around who is going to take over leadership. For the Democrats, that was Nancy Pelosi stepping down. That was very well anticipated, but that doesn't make it any less seismic for the influence it's going to have over US politics. She's been an absolute fixture for 2 decades now, and it's not just Nancy Pelosi stepping down, it's her 2 deputies as well. So this is going to be a new era for the Democrats. There's discussion about who's going to take over, and that will happen at a later date. Meanwhile, the Republicans are also arguing about who's going to be the Speaker in the House. One of the novelties is there doesn't actually have to be a member of the House take over as Speaker, but it is almost certain it's going to be Kevin McCarthy. He has been a strong Trump ally for quite some time. He's going to need every single member of the Republican Party on board to make that happen. So that's not going to be an easy task at all. But the question always is, who else would it be? And that does seem to be where he has the advantage for now.
And Annelise, the Attorney General has announced a special counsel to take over major investigations into the US president. What does this mean for the future?
This is another move that was anticipated but is no less significant nonetheless. The Attorney General Merrick Garland made this announcement of having a special counsel take over these investigations into Donald Trump and his conduct as he left office in 2020, at the beginning of 2021 as well. What they've done is they've appointed a special counsel to try to say that this is being done at arm's length. This special counsel, Jack Smith, has a long history of conducting investigations like this, but no matter how you look at it, it's hard to make that case that it isn't politicised when he is a political appointment, the Attorney General, that is. But there's already been this claim from Donald Trump and his allies saying that it's just targeting him because they're threatened by him. And this was another reason that we saw Donald Trump announce that he was running again this week. That is a huge advantage for Donald Trump to now be a political candidate, because anyone pursuing him, he can frame it as pursuing him as a political rival. That doesn't mean that we won't see some serious ramifications from this. This doesn't seem like something that they're going to back down on. And what's going to be key here is what Congress can do in conjunction as well. Now we have Republicans in control in the House. It's a very slight majority, and Democrats have retained control in the Senate, so they might be able to use the committees there to do their own investigating to bolster whatever the Department of Justice is doing.